What's going on, guys, and welcome back. Let's get into the video. Anyways, I was editing this footage and I realized it's the perfect opportunity to show you guys a couple of tips on how to win. Oh my god, GG. Tip number 1 is game sense. But the thing is, people don't tell you what is game sense. Here's what it is. Looking at your mini-map constantly. At the beginning of the game, remembering where everybody landed so that you know where to go next when you want to get into another engagement. Also remembering things that happened maybe 5-10 minutes earlier. Let's say you down somebody on the enemy team. You have to assume that they have you live marked because you were in a gunfight with them, so they're aiming at you. That's a few examples of game sense, and that's my tip number 1, is to improve your game sense. And how do you do that? Is by playing a lot and watching streamers.
There's one under you still.
My tip number 2 is to find what makes you comfortable when it comes to your gaming controller. So if you're more comfortable in a gunfight using controller, use a controller. Some people use mouse and keyboard because they think that it's gonna be the best and they need to keep practicing with it. But then they switch over to controller and they're dropping 2 to 3 times as many kills. You need to do what you're more comfortable with. Tip number 3 is communication. Competitively speaking, if you use Discord, it's instant response time on your voice as opposed to the delayed voice comms that you're using in game. So if you really want to take the game serious and you're playing with a squad, you need to focus on improving not only your mic quality so that they can hear you, and your method of communication. So if you can hop in a Discord or a TeamSpeak or a Skype call, the response time for your voice will be faster. But yeah, focusing on your own voice communication will help too, making sure your callouts are on point and that you're not repeating the same thing more than like 2 to 3 times. Oh my gosh, mamacita, you're so cutie. Tip number 4 is your landing location. Just expect the unexpected. The best thing to do in a hot drop is to land relatively close but not directly in the middle. And that's my tip number 4, is to land smarter. Tip number 5 is a tip that some people don't know that you should know. When you pick up a gun and it's brand new, you have to do a reload animation, right? Wrong, you don't have to do that animation. You just hit YY or triangle. When you do the gun switch back and forth, it cancels the reload or the equip animation. Tip number 6 is to pick your fights. Okay, so if you're on controller, try to stay mid to close range, mouse and keyboard, long range to mid range, just so you have a better chance of winning your gunfights. Tip number 7 is to play against bots. If you go into Modern Warfare or whatever, go into a private match, set up a team deathmatch game, go against 3, 4, maybe 5 bots, you're gonna want to change the difficulty, guys. You're gonna want to do the hardest difficulty possible against at least 3 bots. But you also want to put on headshots only. Once you start winning against the bots and you get a lot of kills within a short amount of time, you start getting comfortable with it. It becomes muscle memory. That's all my tips for today, boys. If you enjoyed, leave a like, leave a comment letting me know any of your secret tips, and I'll try to make a part 2. And until next time, take care. Say bye, May May.